Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm gonna do this video right here. Rivera's Lawn Care and Will's Lawn Service. They wanted to see, or Rivera's wanted to see my climbing gear and stuff. Will's want me to talk about chainsaws a little bit, so I told him I would. But we're gonna start off with, I'm gonna show you everything first. That's my climbing saddle there. Climbing boots. You don't gotta have climbing boots to climb, but you need something that's got a heel, and you need to have something that's got a Vibram sole, because they got shanks in there. You can climb without that stuff, but your feet gonna hurt like hell when you're done. Got your climbing spikes here. Those pads right there, those don't come with the spikes. You get these little small pads down here, like that. That's all you got. Comes with the spikes. You don't get much protection, so I bought them double strapped. I'll show you how these go on your feet here in a minute. Right here I got the climbing rope. It's called a Yellow Jacket. Got my snap tied on there with a bowline. A lot of people don't do it like that no more, but I'm old school and that's how we roll. Alright, over here's all my ropes. In this industry you got pretty much two basic kinds of ropes. You got a braided rope and you got a 3-strand twisted. Alright, these two right here are 1/2 inch. That's a 3-strand twisted, and that's a braided. It's 8,100 pound tensile strength, and that one there is about 6,400, I think. Alright, then you got your bull lines, what you call them. This is what we pulled them trees over with the other day. This is a stable braid, I think is what it's called, and it's 3/4 inch, or no, that's 5/8 inch, and it's got a tensile strength of like 21,000 or 19,500. This right here is a 5/8 3-strand twisted. Tensile strength on it, I think, is about 14,000, but that don't mean that's what you can put on it. That's just what it breaks at. Safe working load, I can't tell you what it is, but I know what I can and can't put on these ropes, you know. This is 150 feet. This is about 175 feet. You got 120 and 120 on these two. But that's my 4 hand lines right there. That's pretty much, you got 4 ropes like that, 2 big ones, 2 small ones. And then y'all saw my block and tackle. I got it loaded with one of them ropes right there. You got that right there. That's about all the ropes you're gonna need other than a climbing rope. And this right here is my handsaw. Any good tree man will tell you that handsaw right there is an essential part of your gear, just as important as those boots are. That right there will get you out of a mess in a hurry if you take care of it. But alright, I'm gonna get the camera set up and I'm gonna demonstrate how this stuff goes on, so just hold on. Okay, I want y'all to look right there. Y'all notice all them ropes is rolled up the same way. You see, every one of them's done the same way. There's a reason for that, and there's an art to it. If you don't roll that rope up the same way and you undo it and you go to pull it up, you'll have you one hell of a damn rat's nest. I'll show y'all how I do that one day, but we're not gonna do it today. But I just wanted to put that in there, that there is an art to rolling up ropes. Alright, we're gonna put some gear on and let y'all see how it all looks while it's on me. I ain't going up no tree, but I'll let y'all see my saddle, how it sets on me, and my climbing spikes. So just hold on. Alright, got the climbing saddle on. Right here's where the rope goes. Snaps in like that. And watch that video I put up back in July. I think it's called Bird's Eye View Tree Work. I'll show you how my rope and all set up. This right here is my lanyard. This goes around the tree like that. I want to adjust it. I just pull this side over here and adjust it. It only gets used on the top D-rings. These side D-rings, that's for just stationary use, keeping me where I need to be while my climbing rope supports my weight. Climbing rope supports your weight. This right here is for stabilization and going up the tree. I don't want to loosen it. It's got a thumb release right there. I just push it and I can pull the rope out. Alright, I got one climbing spike on. Get the camera, let you see how it's set up. Now I don't have my boots on, but biggest part of the pad goes in the front. That's your spike there. This right here goes under your heel, front of your heel. That strap down there goes across your foot. Some guys will wrap this strap around the climbing shank. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but that's how that stuff goes on. But like I said, if you want to see how the climbing rope and all's tied and all that, just look for that that video. Like I said, I think it's called Bird's Eye View Tree Work. It's put up in July of 2012. But I'm gonna get some chainsaw stuff set up here so we can show Will some stuff about chainsaws. So just hold on. Alright, first thing we're gonna look at gonna be bar maintenance. What you want to do, you got your chainsaw bar, you want to clean it. You got to clean that groove out. Get that groove cleaned out real good. Make sure it stays clean. Got your oil hole right there. Make sure that stays clean. If that ain't clean, your chain ain't oily. That one's dirty because I was using this side. Now, see that lip right there? Sometimes you'll get one all the way down. You take a flat file and you lay it flat. You don't want to go at an angle. Lay it flat. And you file them ridges off of there. All the way down. All the way around it, both sides. Same thing on this side. File them ridges off. And all you're doing, you're just making it flat there. Again. The same thing here. You're going to check here if you got a ridge. File it just real lightly. On your tip down here, make sure your sprocket turns good. Some of them have a hole right here, and there's a tool. Yeah, there it is. They got a greasing tool that you use to grease these tips. I hardly ever grease mine because all my chainsaws oil good, but if you use your chainsaw every day in a business, you'd want to grease that at least twice a week. Alright, that's pretty much it on bar maintenance. Just keep your groove clean, keep your ridges filed down, and flip your bar. Every now and then, you know, if you put a new chain on the saw, run your bar this way. Next time you change the chain, flip it over, because what that does, that moves that working edge. A lot of people, if you cut on top and bottom as much like I do, you don't have to flip it as common. But a lot of people, if you just cut, you know, going down, if you just cut and going down all the time like that, cutting firewood or something, then you need to flip that bar and keep those ridges down. Alright, I'm gonna get a chainsaw up here and we'll talk about it a little bit. Alright, what we have here, I'd call this a mid-range saw. It's a Husqvarna 359s, 59cc. I got a 24-inch bar on it. Comes from the factory with a 20. As you can see, it's used. It gets used. You know, I ain't into shelf queens. I ain't worried about them being pretty and all that. I want them to fire up and work when I need them. You see, the chain ain't too tight. It's that right there. You know, that's not too loose. And when you tighten up a chain, a lot of people they'll pull up on the bar and just tighten the ever living you know what out of that chain. All that's doing is wearing your sprocket tip out here and your sprocket gear in here out. That's all it's doing, and it's wearing your chain out. If you can't pull that chain up easily like that, it's too tight. But the way I tighten up the chain, I loosen my nuts here. I'll let the bar set however it wants to set, and then I'll tighten the adjustment screw up and watch that chain. When that chain just touches the bar, that's it. That's as far as I go. You don't gotta tighten them up real tight. I see too many people running a saw and I can listen to one and tell that the chain is too tight, because I can hear it winding. I know what to look for. Now I'm gonna show you how to start one of these without looking like an idiot. But first, I figured I'd show you the Mac Daddy. Yeah, that bar goes from right there all the way to right there. That's a Husqvarna 394 XP with a 36-inch bar. Pretty much the same thing as any other chainsaw, just bigger. It's got a full wrap handle. Helps you when you're felling trees or whatever. And does not have a chain catcher here because it's got the full wrap handle. Chain brake does work, and it's on actually. Must have got knocked on in the shed, but I bought that saw a few years ago, and someone used it and it came back, wasn't starting. I had to put a piston and cylinder and rings in it. But I'm gonna show you how to start these big boys and start them and be safe about it. So hold on. Alright, now there's two ways to start these saws. First, of course, is on the ground. You hold it down like that with your left hand. Your right hand pulls your rope. Start it like that. Now, I'm going to show you another way. So just hold on. Alright, this right here is called the crotch method. Some people call it the knee lock method. I call it the crotch method. So that's what's holding the saw is your crotch. Just take the saw in your left hand there. Get the handle there. You hold the saw like that. Crank it like that. I can do the 359 like that, and I can do this old big boy like that. That's called the crotch method. That's how you start them, either on the ground or like that. I see a lot of people on YouTube doing this. You see what that bar does? Yeah. If you've got that trigger squeezed and you forget to put that on, like some people do, you forget to put that brake on, you got that trigger squeezed, and you do that and your knee comes out, I'll show you in a picture what happens. You're going to learn real quick. That is not an acceptable method. That's dangerous. That right there will get you rode up. First time when I was a supervisor at Davie, will get you fired the second time. Now, show you how to properly hold a saw. Good grip here. You don't always be gripping that thing like your life depends on it, because your life does. I see people doing that, thumbing them. You don't want to do that. Grip that thing, and whenever you're cutting like this, don't have your hand over here. Only time you need like that is when there's no danger of that bar hitting you from a kickback. If you're cutting up and down, hand in front of the chain brake. Remember what I said? That's not a parking brake for that chain. It's a safety feature. That's how you hold it. Good firm grip. Now, like Rivera's told you, you don't want to be cutting like this. Never cut like this. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Probably kill you. You always cut with your body to the left of the saw, because if you get a kickback, you're gonna dodge that a lot quicker than if you like this. Alright. How to properly carry a chainsaw when you're walking with one. Don't carry it like this out here in front of you, revving it up. I'm bad about that. I've been known to do it, and I know I shouldn't. The proper way to carry a chainsaw is you carry it in one hand or the other with the bar behind you. The reason you carry it with the bar behind you is because 90% of the time, if you trip and fall, you're going forward. I'd rather get hit in the back with that than land on it with my arm or my face, because you're going to get cut a whole lot worse if you land on it and you got all your weight on it, then if it just falls and hits you. So you carry a saw to your side with the bar behind you. So I was going to carry these two saws, it'd be just like this. Carrying them both, just like that. That way if I start to trip and fall, I can throw the saws, they're away from me. You don't want to be cutting way over your head, like that. Holding the saw like that. Only time, remember, only time you hold it on the side like that is if you're cutting sideways. Alright, one more thing. These saws are designed to run with your left hand here, your right hand here. If you get fatigued like I did one day, and you decide you want to run it this way, this picture coming up is going to be an example of what can happen to you. I've been doing tree work, be 23 years now. And about 7 years ago, I cut my leg right there because I was running the saw this way and the bar got me when I stepped up. Now you're going to see a picture of all my glorious stitches. It ain't too bad, it ain't nasty. I just wanted to put the picture in there and let you see that even I, even I make mistakes and I get cut. But there you have it, fellas. I hope y'all got what you's wanting. If not, let me know, and I'll do what I can to help y'all out. I'd rather spend a little time, give some of the younger guys some pointers and see one of you get hurt. But just remember what we showed you, Will. Remember what Rivera showed you and what I showed you here, and just keep in mind, going from a small chainsaw to something big like one of these, it's like going from a mini bike to a GSXR 1000 motorcycle. It takes some practice. You can't just jump on it and know how to do it, so be careful. Wear your chaps, wear your ear protection, eye protection, and all that, and I think you'll be just fine. But y'all done about got me wore out here doing this. I went and mowed 3 yards a day, and might have picked up another client. Gotta go mow a couple tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going in the house and get my supper ready and upload this, so y'all have fun and peace out.